Hi again, it's me, Cinnamon. I'm a professional in my early 20s, and while I do love all things budgeting, I have been very off my budget. So I used to film these budgeting videos pretty regularly and stopped because I felt they were getting a little repetitive and I didn't know if they were really helpful to anyone or fun to watch anymore because I was doing the same thing almost every month. And so I stopped filming them and was actually sticking to my budget for the most part. But after a few months, or maybe a month or two, I saw that my sinking funds was increasing a lot, and I decided I could start spending more money, right? And decided that, okay, I should be a little bit more relaxed with my spending and start enjoying what I had in my sinking funds more. So I did start doing that, and that increased my number of transactions by a lot. I had been manually inputting all my transactions since I started ynab, and when I had fewer transactions, that was pretty easy, but as I got more transactions, it was just getting tiring to do all the time, multiple transactions a day that I had to go through. And yeah, that meant that my available category was out of sync with what I actually had. So it didn't really feel useful to open up YNAB to make my financial decisions on the day to day while I was out. And yeah, I just kind of fell off of everything. But now I don't want to be like that anymore. I want to really be able to use YNAB to capture my spending, make budgeting easier for myself, and that will start by me finding a way to enjoy auto imports. I think the main thing with auto imports that I didn't enjoy was the way it would name payees. So I need to like create all the rules for naming payees so that it is just more my style and that I can really, again, do the auto imports and feel in sync and on time with what my YNAB is showing me and my actual spending. So yeah, that's really the main reason, just having way too many transactions to go through. And as you can see, that's resulted in some overspending, but we'll get to that. I will just be doing a budgeting video. I kind of already started because I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video, but I've decided to go ahead and do that. So I got my paycheck and I've already made my paycheck deductions. And as you can see, that's just like my insurance that comes out and my taxes. I'm behind on taxes, and I think I will actually owe about $500, like pretty close to what this number is on YNAB. I will actually owe like $500 in taxes this year. So that will be interesting to actually pay taxes for once. I'm not upset about it. I'm actually thrilled about it because that means at no point did the government like borrow money from me interest free. So we will see how that goes when I fill out my taxes in 2024. Wow. I also went ahead and filled out my core spending. So that includes my HSA contribution and my 401k contribution, which come out with my paycheck as well. And also my taxable brokerage contributions. I made a video at the beginning of the year to save $60,000 in investments or invest $60,000 this year. And that means I'll invest about $5,000 a month. I knew at the beginning of the year I was going to make less money than I was at the end of the year. So at the beginning of the year, I invested a little under $5,000 a month. So now at the end of the year, I'm investing a little bit more than $5,000 a month. So as you can see, like 5,100 something dollars. And with that, I'm on track to hit my investment goals for the year. So that's really what I've been doing when I budget most time, keeping up with my taxes and doing the whole pay myself first thing to make sure I'm hitting my financial goals. But I haven't really been paying attention to my category by category spending, which is what I really like YNAB for because it helps me make sure I'm spending in alignment with my life goals, and I haven't really been doing that. So that is what we'll be getting into mostly in this video. Another thing to note is that with an earlier paycheck, I was able to cover my next month's holding. So yeah, you can see every month I pull out of my sinking fund here for, or my month ahead fund, and then I replenish it with my uh, paycheck. So I also did that this month. So now we can get into my core spending a bit. But actually, before we get into that, I wanted to make a comment about something that I found out today that was really interesting to me, and I think is why I wanted to get back into making videos. So, there's this idea of coast fire, which is, let's just go back to like your coast fire number. Your coast fire number is a number you can have in your investments that would make it so that even if you didn't invest any more money, just relying on compounded interest, you'll hit a certain amount of money, typically by retirement age. So I actually realized that if I don't invest any more money and keep my same job for another 2 years, the amount I would vest in my restricted stock units would actually get me to my like co-spire number. And I'm kind of already there in a sense because those restricted stock units are already invested and they will also be accruing compounded interest until I get them vested. And I actually get my restricted stock units vested every few months, and I have them sell immediately and transfer into my taxable brokerage account. But I don't have any of that reflected in ynab because I don't consider that any like savings goal thing. I just consider that again already part of my investment portfolio. It is a little tricky. Like I don't consider it part of my net worth right now, but I think for the purposes of Coastfire, because it is already an invested amount of money, I could theoretically consider it as part of my Coastfire savings or investments. And in a way, I've already hit Coastfire. I just need to make sure that I keep the same job or get another job with, again, a similar vesting schedule and vesting amount. So yeah, that was really interesting to figure out because, like I showed you, mostly what I've been doing with YNAB is keeping track of these investments, and I do still plan to just keep up with my investing goal for the year. But it is really interesting to think that even if I stopped investing, I would hit my Coastfire number as long as I kept my job, which again, in this market is still kind of a big if. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting and never really thought about like hitting Coastfire in a way so early into working, but it is really awesome that I have done that. And I think it's giving me a little bit more flexibility in what I consider for my work options for my next stage. Maybe taking on some riskier work opportunities after I, have all my stock vest in this current role. And if I continue investing on my own, I can actually probably beat that. So yeah, I can maybe go into a video like talking about my net worth and Coastfire number and everything if that's something interesting to people. But yeah, I just thought I'd comment on that before I got into the budgeting, which I really should. Okay, so pretty boring. What I think I'm going to do is just put this into my holding right now for my general sinking funds. I have about $17,000 in holding for my sinking funds. A big portion of this is a tax refund. I overpaid in taxes by over almost $10,000. So, yeah, that makes up a really big portion of this. And now I will get into covering my overspending. So, actually, let's go back to sinking funds. I recently gifted my family about $3,000, so I will cover that with my holding category. I have some work expenses here. Um, yeah, I have expenses here, and I think some savings in this category of $30 for myself, but I plan to get this work expense completely reimbursed, so I will not be covering that anytime soon. I have food expenses and transportation expenses that I still need to reimburse. I know I can take from commuting for transportation, but I will actually probably need to beef that up. Um, for this transportation, let's see. Yeah, this is just going to one friend's house. I really should not be doing that anymore. That was probably about $100 in Ubers. So I'll cover that with this for food. I will cover a lot of this with discretionary. I still need to come up with $200. Mm, I know I will need the money from commuting. I'll probably like need to dip into my funds at some point to cover everything because I know I'm super behind on commuting. Like I said, I know these numbers aren't completely accurate, but I didn't want to put off making this video anymore. So let's just clear everything out. I thought I moved social activities I thought I moved that here. Okay, kind of don't like how I did this because theoretically this shouldn't be in social activities anymore. More of my diet expenses are from going out than aesthetics. So I'm kind of going to move all of this to aesthetics. I know it does not make a difference, but I just feel like that's the way my brain thinks about covering overspending. So right now my overspending's covered. There will definitely be more overspending that I know I'll have to reach into my sinking funds category to cover, but I'll handle that offline when I do my automatic importing. Now, for the part I've been struggling with is going back to my sinking funds. So if you've watched my channel before, you would know that I have a separate budget. This is a separate budget I just switched to that breaks down my sinking fund spending. And it's cool, but again, it just creates more work with ynab that I don't want to take on at all right now. So I'm going to pretty much abandon this budget, but I'm going to look through it, take the pieces of things I know that I wanted to buy and save for, and at least move them over there. So here I have Apple Care coming up. I know I was going to buy another laptop and another desktop. I'm not going to pay for any of those things anytime soon. They're way more expensive than I have in mind, but I know Apple Care is actually going to be $100 this time. So let's just put Apple Care 100. And yeah, I'll move $100 right now for Apple Care because I will be paying for that very soon. Um, and then I'll just put new tech as a question mark. I have a very old phone. I don't want to get a new phone, but it's something to consider that I might need. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm like, how did this get to 14? But I guess, again, giving my family that $3,000 is how those things are going further than I thought. Okay, so now in this category, I still have some more braces payments. Okay, so good. I figured out when I'll be done. I'll be done by like December, so I'm almost done with this. Um, I'm glad I had this here. So I'll put in, this is a health category, 234.40 braces till December. So I'm kind of just trying to transfer the information over. What else? Dermatologist, I won't be going there again for a while. Dental exam, I'll probably wait till next year. Um, Glasses, I have a vision exam I have to go to, and I need to get a PCP. So I have not gone to a regular doctor in a very long time. I think I just want to put $600 away for it. Okay, no, $300. I don't want to do anything that's going to be more than $300, right? I'm almost tempted to wait till next year so that it can count towards like next year's deductible, but I really should just go to the doctor. I'm actually having some problems. Kind of more skin related ones, but my dermatologist is AFK. I recently actually paid for this hair appointment. I don't think I'll be going anytime soon. I did recently pay for a shopping spree. It was pretty much close to $300. So that's interesting that I'd already saved for that. Consultation, Korean spa. Okay. Cool. So let's see. What do I have to keep putting on the list? A lot of these things are going to transfer over. So let's see. Hair, shopping spree, room decor. Um, Consultation, Korea spa, sugaring, or hair removal. I'll put. Um, I need to get a water flosser and teeth whitening. Yeah, I already got the electric toothbrush. And the last one was laser skin resurfacing. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. This is pretty meaty category. I will come back to it. Financial planner, taxes, YNAB, fees. I don't know. These are all the other names I had for it. Haha. Financial planner, quantitative analyst. I love that. What was I typing? Taxes, YNAB. I recently repaid for YNAB and didn't have it budgeted for. Fees. I'll just leave those. I won't be saving ahead for those. I think YNAB's like $100, $120. Let's see. Very interesting. It was $107. Let's just make it 108. Or no, I like things being exact. Okay, at some point I'll resave for YNAB. Not needed. August, not needed anytime soon. Okay, lifelong learner. I think in this category I had driver's ed. Just driver's ed. Other names I had for it. Driver's ed. And I'll put that at $600. And who knows? Who knows when I'm going to go to driver's ed? It's kind of not a priority. Um, oh, cancel. I'm so used to like pressing that save button to save everything. So one thing is like I got an e-bike, which will be showing up in my commuting budget when I sync things up because I'm leasing. Yeah, with that, I just feel like I don't need a car anymore. Here, on, that's a mission. Let's see. Yeah, nothing in there. Random events, hosting, gifts, concerts. Yeah, I kind of have a. Wow, I have so many things listed here. Random events, gifts. I'll leave random events blank. Okay, random events, hosting, gifts, concerts. Let's actually put everything. Because I'm like, all of these things are things I wanted to do. Hosting. Why is it when I press enter? Okay, yeah, at the press shift enter. I don't know how I forgot that. Chicago trip, Beverly Hills trip. I will just save for a Seoul trip because I've done the others. And is there anything I'd like to save for? I'd like to go to a Doja Cat concert in theory. Let me just quickly look up how much that would be. I think here it's just nice to like have a minimum amount, but I don't necessarily need to keep contributing here all the time. I do have stuff in my holdings, so it's just fine to leave it there for a while. Um, I'm trying to find. Oh, oh, holy moly. What is with my life? Holy moly. this concert is the one I planned to be in New York. This concert is soon, and it is when I plan to be away, but it is on a really good day for me. I'm so glad I checked this. Wow. Wowee. Okay. I mean, honestly, the tickets aren't so expensive. Maybe because I'm not getting the primo. Let's get something close to the stage. Let's see. Yeah, 650. Close to the stage is 650. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That's what I thought. How about these? 300. Um, let's see if I get some just close to the stage with a friend. Maybe you can 600. Um, let me let me just see. I mean, it's possible to get a ticket for a decently low amount. Let's just stick to these two sections. I mean, this is like $300. I could do it. Am I that much of a fan of Doja Cat? I would need this money soon. Okay. I would need this soon. I'm like very unsure, but it's changing my plans quite a bit. It's changing all of my plans quite a bit. Oh my God. But I feel like it's gonna be a really good show. It would be like her Halloween show, I guess. So I feel like that's a really good day to go see her. It's okay. Yeah, a lot's happening right now. Let me just finish this category. This video is going to be really long because I'm deep in thought now. So I had a few ideas. I think I will just put about, and how much do I want to put away for that? I think the ticket itself would be like 300 from what I've seen. And then miss expenses. I'd like to keep that around 600. Um, okay, for that trip. I wouldn't really want to get past that, but I can see my family pushing me past that for sure. Okay, let's just put $900 right now into the family fund. Let's put $600 into modern debutante because that will cover the concert ticket and then random events, hosting, gifts, all that jazz. Do I have any? Oh, I do have a birthday coming up soon, so let's just put $190 to that. Um, leaving this alone, leaving this alone. Here, I have my hair appointment, so okay, most of my things are coming out of here already. A lot of spending in this category, which I'm happy about. Hair appointment, I'm gonna say paused until, hmm. Now that I'm going to that concert, it feels like I'll probably have to do one in October, but I don't know. Low priority. Shopping spree, also low priority. Room decor, high priority. Let's see if I can put this in bold. Ooh, okay, that doesn't work. High priority, I've already been spending quite a bit on room decor. But I'll put another 300 there. Consults, Korean spa. Again, not super high priority. Water floss, I think that's like $90. Teeth whitening, that's also gonna have to wait a while. So 390 needs to be here. Um, let's see. Okay, so I have this covered, I have this covered, I have this and this covered. I'm gonna start another one here, but I'll put it, okay, there we go. It's like I know I have to put some things in for surgery. I'm leaving this in holding because I don't want to fully commit to all of this going into surgery, but it is, yeah, it is a little bit done now. I think I will put a little bit into business, so I do expect to start working on that soon. So that's really, let's see, I'll code this by what it is gonna fall into after I delete it. And business is lifelong learner. Or should I put that in my career category? I'll actually put that in my career category. Okay, cool. And let's actually do -30 here and put that into my business. Just a little bit to get the business rolling. We will see. Just a little bit in basic things I might need for the business. Mm, yeah, I think that's a start. I think that's definitely a start. Um, let's see. How can I do a little bit more? Hmm. No, let's get $90 into the business. Cool. Let's say I have 13 extra dollars to spare. Probably put that. Hmm. No, I think this is fine as is. Surgery I'll need to build up at some point. I'll want to come to a decision about it and then build up, but yeah, everything looks good. This was a super long video. Hopefully everything's covered now. I can kind of do budgeting much simpler. And yeah, I still need to figure out my holding. I'm doing a little bit too much of that. Let's just do a quick roll to see if there's anything I'd want to fund ASAP. I'm like thinking I might as well just have a hair appointment for the concert. Mm, hmm. Yeah, because I wouldn't need a hair appointment for my Halloween costume. Actually, I can do my hair myself for Halloween. Yeah, I'll do a blowout myself for Halloween. I'll put that as a note. Which does remind me though. No, because I have 300 for random events. Let's just put another 90 here actually for gifts. So I can have $300 for random events. Cool. I'll have 300 here. That is really good. I have like no concrete idea of the soul trip, so it's really hard to like be motivated to save for it. Everything else I have a few ideas about. New York, the ticket, let's add $90 for Ubers. Yeah, okay, cool. In New York, I'd also be meeting up with some friends. So I also feel like this needs to just, I'll leave this for now. New York trip, every time I think about it, it is like more expensive than planned. Because, yeah, let's just bump this to 900. This is actually $300. No, no, but that wouldn't fall here. That's not family related. Cool. That would fall here. Cool. I'll put another 900 or 300 here. Okay, cool. I feel like this is coming closer to making sense. It's coming really close to making sense. And I'm really glad I figured out when that concert's gonna be. Budgeting is so helpful for so many reasons. In terms of priorities, this is priority one. So we'll get these things in motion. Okay. Bye. Thank you for watching. Crazy long video, but so much had to be done. Anyway, have a good day.